backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Wizards, Coulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Coulibaly, no good. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The 3 from Tatum. Brown outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Gotta love the confidence. Brown wasting no time firing away.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Champagnie. Now Poole. Nice ball movement by Washington. And another miss by Washington. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Porzingis kicks to Brown. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Poole. The Wizards have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Middleton is doubled. Pass to Champagnie. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
It's White on the wing. Fires the 3. The rebound by Champagnie. Washington's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
White. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Middleton outside. Pass to Poole. There's the 3. And it's White with the rebound. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
There's Brown with the 3, and Sarr pulls it down. Brown's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Shots good by Middleton.
And if you're trying to get the most out of Middleton offensively, put him in catch-and-shoot situations.
Holiday with the 3. He doesn't hit that one. Wizards leading by 3. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Brian Keefe. David.
Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Boston, no good that time either. And the Wizards with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Poole. Porzingis with the steal.
Good instincts to read the path and get in a position to pick it off.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Holiday. And he's good on the 3 ball.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Now, here's Poole. The Wizards shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%. Right around the middle of the road.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Here's Tatum. Still yet to score. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Carrington.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure we don't give him too good of a look.
And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. From outside the arc. That shot, no good. Nobody near George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Washington, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
We've got George. He's out there with Rashawn Holmes. Kispert is out there with Smart. And it's Carrington in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Holmes setting the pick for Smart. And here's Kispert from the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Kispert's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Wizards. And so it's Boston with it. Here's Pritchard. And the layup's good off the glass. Pritchard's got 5. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
George, no good. For Boston, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Al Horford. After the missed 3 from Corey Kispert. Smart finds George. From downtown. And Boston with the rebound. When it comes to the league's most physical defenders, Richard, look no further than Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's someone that has no problem sacrificing his body. Whether that's taking charges or diving after loose balls, he is relentless.
Now Smart following Al Horford's three-point attempt. Good on the triple.
Look, and when Marcus Smart is hitting from deep, it really makes a difference in this offense. It becomes so much more dynamic.
Pass to Shireman. Horford has a wide open look. And it's Horford again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
So it's the Wizards now, following the three-pointer by Boston. Smart, wide open, he fires. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Smart's got 6 points. Here's Shireman. And again, Boston with the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Hauser. That three off the mark. The Wizards with the lead. Kispert with it, and it's Horford picking him up. George with the screen on Horford. Back to Kispert. Lock at 6. Jacks up a three. And Shireman pulls it down.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
To the right side. Horford from outside. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Picked his pocket. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. There's the triple. Rebound, Washington. Holmes got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kispert wide open. He fires. Traps in the tray. Kispert's got 6 in the quarter. Here's Pritchard. From deep three-point territory. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Wizards out front. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Wizards leading by 4. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's foul. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. The Wizards have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And he makes the first. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Now here's Brown. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Off target from outside. The Wizards shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Shots good by Middleton.
And that's his game. Middleton knows he's out there to shoot the rock whenever he gets a good look.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Outside Holiday. The tray. Busted. No good that time either.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For Washington, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on White. Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5. That free throw missing.
For the Wizards, Jordan Poole.
Good on the second free throw. Celtics trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. To end the run. A 3 from Tatum.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Holiday against Poole. Over Holiday. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Wizards leading by 8. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
4th team foul.
Middleton against Brown. Now here's Middleton. He's guarded closer. Yes, that goes in. Middleton's got 8.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor. Goes to the paint and does his thing.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
For Washington, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor. And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Celtics trail by 10. Holiday, the pass to Brown. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. Connects from three-point range.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the three.
Poole against Holiday. Porzingis with the block. Fast break, here they come. White, wide open, he fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Koulibaly. And it's off from three-point range. The Celtics shoot just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Here's White. From outside, off the mark.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
White with another miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
Now here's White. No scoring in this one. Tatum setting the pick for White. Takes a three. Rebounded by the Wizards. Can they get it? Koulibaly, no good. White looking around from past the arc. And so it's Washington with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Defensively. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Jordan Poole is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the four-man position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from White.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And here's Poole for 3. Drills it from outside. And the Wizards lead by 6.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
White, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And here's Poole for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Tatum with a screen on Poole. Up top, Brown to tie it up. And it's White missing.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Koulibaly, no good. Celtics trail by 3. White with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Koulibaly's got 4 rebounds in this game. For 3. The Wizards with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels over the course of the game.
Here's Middleton. Pass to Champagnie for the 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. To take the lead. Rebound, Washington. Champagnie's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. The 3 from Poole. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Back to Tatum. Over in the corner, White. A miss that time would have put him up.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Pass to Koulibaly. Middleton with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Poole for 3. The Wizards with another miss. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've played a great 4th quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Holiday finds Porzingis. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tatum. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Middleton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Poole the pass to Middleton. Poole with the screen for Middleton. Poole with it. Kicks it down to Middleton. To end the drought. Knocks down the 3-ball. Middleton's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the pressure just doesn't get to Middleton. In fact, he enjoys, embraces it, loves the opportunity to take the big shot.
Tatum down low. Here's Brown. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Poole the pass to Sarr. Here's Middleton. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Porzingis. We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Wizards making a change here. Kispert's checked in. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's good from beyond the arc.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
A fearless shot there by Holiday. With the whole team counting on him, he is able to come through.
Right wing. And here's Kispert from the arc. And the three ball is good.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
And so it's the Wizards.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm a medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. They've got Tyler Hero, and Drew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 2. Now here's Poole. Kicks it out to Middleton. Just 3 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. Koulibaly.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
And it's Highsmith missing. And Washington with possession. It's a 3-point game. And the Wizards with another 3.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Pass to Highsmith. It's stolen by Poole. And a fast break now for the Wizards.
And that was a case of great anticipation skills on defense, sparking the transition game.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
The deep 3 from Hero. And again, unable to change momentum here. Washington has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
Here's Hero. The Wizards making their last shot. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Outside Koulibaly. Back to Middleton. Fires from 14. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
They grabbed their own miss. Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle, always on the interior.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Ooh, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Here's where. Pure from 3-point range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Poole, the pass to Sarr. Back to Middleton. Takes a 3. Rebound Miami.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Washington leading by 5. Poole for 3. And Hero grabs the board. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
6 on the shot clock. Sinks the tray. Hero's got 6.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Here's Koulibaly. Washington again can't hit. And here are the Heat. They're on an 11-2 run. It's Wiggins on the wing. Fires for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And that's a good shot for Wiggins. I mean, he can be deadly from the corner.
Launches a 3. And that one's good. Koulibaly. He's got 11.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
The Wizards with a lead. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. for three. The rebound by Ware. The Heat have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Hero for three. Pass to Highsmith. Launches it. Hero, no good. Now Coulibaly for three. And that's not going to go. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Washington's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Duncan Robinson is out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the 4 slot. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
George outside. It's stolen by Love. And they're on the run. Robinson for three. Offensive board. Fires from deep. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, Kevin Love just has a great feel for the game. He has a strong understanding of their offense, and he's a very willing passer. That's why you see what you see there.
Now here's Kispert. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Robinson. Here's Jovic. Pass to Love. Smart grabs the miss.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
It's Smart on the wing. Now here's George. Here's Kispert. And another miss by Washington. Jaquez with it. He's picked up by Kispert. Rozier, the pass to Jovic. Holmes against Love. And no good. Excellent D there from Holmes. Kispert on the wing. From the arc. On target from range. Kispert's got 6.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
There's a screen by Love. Robinson passes to Love. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Burks, he's checked in for Miami. Left side, Jaquez. Outside, Burks. On the wing, Burks. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Robinson for 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Now here's Smart. No made baskets yet. For 3, George. Love grabs the miss. Love's got 4 rebounds in the game. Lets it go from deep. Duncan Robinson, that one's good. And the Heat lead by 5.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Kispert on the wing. Jaquez covers. The 3. And Kispert gets a 3. Kispert's got 9 points in the quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Oh, that's good.
And I think this is what makes Kevin Love such a tough matchup. His ability to score from anywhere on the floor.
It's stolen by Jaquez. Here's Burks. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Heat?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
Here's Jaquez, and the three-pointer goes. And now it's a 9-point Heat lead.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Miami with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Robinson. Pass to Burks. The three ball. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Burks takes no time getting that shot up, ready on the catch.
Smart outside from deep three-point range. The long distance three is buried. Smart's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Love. No good on the last second attempt there. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Heat leading by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Without question, Bilal Coulibaly displaying his skills today.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Jordan Poole out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. Drills it from deep. Wiggins has got 6 points.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well. I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. So many ups and downs in his career, Doris. You forget how young Jordan Poole is.
Well, think about opposite ends of the spectrum early on in his career. He goes down to the G League and then won a title all in the span of under 24 months. To me, he's still figuring out what works best.
Oh my! Wow! Way up there in the rafters!
No one is stopping that. That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Washington shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And that one misses. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Hey, guys. The Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
A big piece. Okay, Shams, thank you. Middleton, no good. Miami leading by 11.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Hero for 3. Sarr pulls it in.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And it's Coulibaly missing. The Heat have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Poole with the ball. Hero picks him up. Three-pointer is up. Middleton knocks down the long J. Middleton's got 5 points.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot. Middleton deposits another J.
Hero for 3. Miami, no good that time either.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Highsmith. Sinks it from distance. Highsmith's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
Miami leading by 11. Pass to Hero. from deep. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Coulibaly's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Poole puts up a deep 3. Washington again can't hit. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Middleton. Washington shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Deep range from Poole. The Heat have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Hero with it. Poole picks him up from downtown. And Hero with the 3. 9 points in the game.
Put Hero anywhere on the arc, and he'll shoot it. I mean, he is so confident.
Basket counts.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
The Heat have gone 5 of 11 in this 3rd quarter. Hero for 3. Rebounded by Champagnie. Champagnie's got 4 rebounds now. Coulibaly on the wing. He's got 11. Miami leading by 9.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Pass to Sarr. Back to Coulibaly. Shoots over Wiggins. And it's Coulibaly missing. The Heat have gone 6 of 13 to open up this 2nd half. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wizards.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
A new lineup here for Washington. And Washington shooting about 31% here in quarter number 3. Carrington no good. Heat shooting 46% from the field in the 2nd half. Drops in the 3.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
There's a screen. That 3's off the mark. Wizards trail by 14. Kispert with the ball. He's got 9. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Miami Heat, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for Miami. They've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Alec Burks. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. Kispert's shot is good.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Left side Love. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Love. On the wing, Burks. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Wizards trail by 13. Fires the 3. Rebound Miami. Love's got rebound number 8 now. Burks against Smart. Fires for 3. Oh, sweet move. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Oh, guys, Kevin Love with the power finish there.
Miami grabs the miss. Right side Burks. Pulls up on the wing. Kept alive. Washington has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. And the shot's good.
I think it's crucial that Marcus Smart be able to drain these mid-range shots, right? He does a great job squaring himself up.
The 3 is up. And that one's good. Jovic has got his first 3 points of the game.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Robinson passes to Jaquez, and that'll be Miami's ball as it goes out of bounds. Heat able to keep the possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Love. Over Holmes. And Love with the basket on the assist from Robinson. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And it's Smart missing.
Absolutely tenacious guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Here's Burks. Pass to Jovic. Outside Robinson. Offline with a 3. The Wizards trail by 18. Jacks up a 3. Carrington no good. Robinson against Smart. Outside Burks. Fades and shoots. Smart grabs the miss.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:57 left in the final quarter. Three-pointer Kispert. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Burks passes to Robinson.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Here's Burks. It's hauled in by Carrington. Washington's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Heat.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Kevin Love.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances. Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
To stop the run. Washington again can't hit.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
Here's Love. And Miami again with the bucket.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smart for 3. Love grabs the miss.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
There's a screen by Love. Pass to Burks. There's the triple, and it's good.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I gotta believe that's something the coach...
matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
So here is Miami's starting group. They've got Andrew Wiggins. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero into the guard position. Tatum dishes to Brown. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Adebayo. Floats it up for Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Verticality gives Wiggins the upper hand, almost unstoppable once he's midair.
The three. It's Adebayo with the rebound. To the inside, kicks it out to Hero. Puts up a three. Boston grabs the miss. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Outside Holiday, and Ware pulls it down. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hero finds Adebayo. Here's Ware, guarded by Tatum. From downtown, trains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. I spoke with the Celtics head coach a little bit ago. Now, they were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Over Tatum. Kicks it out to Hero. They get it again. Adebayo passes to Ware. And a wide open look for Hero. Sinks the triple. Hero's got 5 points so far.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
On deep, Adebayo, and the Heat, another three.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And play stops whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Now, Hero, 7 points in the game. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Heat.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Ware kicks to Hero. Three-pointer. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Boston grabs the miss. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's White missing. Shot from the top of the key. Count that bucket. Adebayo's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Tyler Hero has been... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player.
3 points.
And when you have a big man like Love, who really understands the offense and plays so unselfishly, it is a huge advantage. Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. I think that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while. He's a talented shooter. Love doesn't avoid the mid-range like others might.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Robinson for 3. Al Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 16. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. They get it back. Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. The 3. Jovic, no good. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. From the corner, Love grabs the board.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Jovic. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Assisted.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Heat leading by 18. Robinson for 3. Hands it from downtown.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Fires away from outside. Robinson misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Puts up a deep 3. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 19. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. But now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
Burks kicks to Robinson. Here's the three. It's good from long range. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Releases. And another miss by Boston.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Celtics shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Here's Hauser. No good on the three.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Celtics shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Bucket is good. Pritchard's got 5 points so far. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Heat. From deep three-point territory. Robinson misses. Celtics trail by 20. Here's Shireman. And the three off target. Pass to Burks. Outside for Robinson. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Miami controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court jump.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You got to like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
For the three, they grab their own miss. Ware kicks to Hero. Hero can't get that one to fall. Celtics trail by 20. Outside Holiday hits the three-point bomb. Holiday's got 8.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Outside Hero. Lets it go from deep. Hero can't get that one to fall. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The Heat leading by 17.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's a good screen. There's Hero with the 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
White off target with his 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Hero fires from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
In fact, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. And here's Tatum for three. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From deep, Adebayo. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's White. Porzingis inside. Adebayo on him. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the drought. Boston, no good that time either.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And savvy play by Hero, using the pull-up jumper to catch the defense off guard.
Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for Boston. Hero with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Hero against Holiday. Hero passes to Ware. Hero on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Ware kicks to Adebayo. No one covering. Adebayo's got 7 points in the game.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence. It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Here's Ware. Outside, Hero. Adebayo with the screen on Holiday. Back to Wiggins. Outside, Hero. That ball's ice feed that time from Wiggins. Hero's got 15 points here in the second half. Outside Holiday. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for Miami. He had some kind of... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center. That's the Boston 5. Jaquez finds Burks. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And here's Boston. Outside Holiday. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
With the shot. Great look there, but off target.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Miami no good on that time either. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Near the 3-point line, it's Love, and it falls over the rim and in.
And the prototypical modern big. Love can do damage inside and out.
Porzingis can't hit. Miami's gone 0 of 3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Love with the screen for Robinson. From deep three-point land. Pass to Hawkins. Tipped away. And stolen by White. Brown wide open. He fires. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Heat with the ball. Right side Robinson. Over Tatum. Robinson misses. Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. The Heat shooting around 41% on the night. Love with the screen on Tatum. That is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Hits it from three-point range. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Tyler Hero.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Love dishes to Burks. Love with the screen for Burks. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it. But you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Love kicks to Burks. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. The three ball. Love right side. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Sarr. Jordan Poole is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. And Sarr throws it down.
It's almost too easy for the rookie. Sarr, he just pops up and finishes off that lob.
Screen by Porzingis. And the Celtics can't hang on to the ball. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Champagnie. Middleton on the wing. It's tipped. Stolen by Holiday. And here's the break. White, wide open. He fires. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Now, here's Poole. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Out to White. Brown outside. Outside Tatum. 6 to shoot. It's White on the wing. He's defended by Koulibaly. Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Koulibaly hits the three-point bomb.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Over in the corner, White. Porzingis passes to Tatum. Here's White. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Poole against Holiday. Pass to Middleton. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Outside, White. Now Tatum. Out to White for 3. White with another miss. The Wizards with the lead. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. The kick out to Brown. And Brown throws it down.
And the balance Brown has on these takes, refusing to let the D get the upper hand.
Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
So it's the Celtics now. After the basket by Washington. This is his first free throw of the game.
Personal foul.
And that one falls for Tatum.
A multi-talented swingman. Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
And so Tatum nails them both. The Wizards have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And here's Poole for three. And Tatum pulls it down. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And here's Porzingis for a three. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. White against Poole. Here's Koulibaly. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Holiday with it. Picked up by Poole. Porzingis can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Poole. Fires from deep. Koulibaly, no good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
An even 3-on-3 break. Tatum finds Porzingis. Outside Holiday. It could go, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. George is out there with Corey Kispert. Then it's Marcus Smart. And there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. In the corner, Horford with it. The three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And Holmes throws it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Smart. Driving the lane. Pritchard gets the bucket.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Back to Smart. There's the three. Kept alive. Out to the right wing. Here's Carrington. Still scoreless. Trains the three-pointer. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the defense.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wizards.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Personal foul. First team foul.
For three, Kispert. And again, Washington with the triple. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. He hits the second from the line. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Holmes. Pass to Kispert. Five to shoot. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Carrington. No good from outside. Boston trailing. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Fires the three. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Washington's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And so Horford will bring it up for the Celtics. Craig can't get it to go.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And here's Kispert from the arc. And Boston with the rebound. 1:58 left here in the second. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Smart. Pass to Shireman. And there's the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Celtics lead by 1.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
And it's Kispert in the corner. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Kispert's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Smart is just such an effective combo guard. IQ off the charts. He's just fantastic at getting his teammates going.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. No good with the triple. For Washington, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Here's Carrington. That 3 off the mark. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Hauser misses. Washington's gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter, 4 of 9. Sinks the triple. Kispert's got the lead up to 5 now for Washington.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Craig sets a screen. Celtics passing it around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Pritchard's got 8 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. For 3, Kispert. Horford with the rebound. Here's Shireman, guarded by Smart. Horford kicks to Craig. From outside the arc. And no good that time. A shot off that time. A big-time effort for Corey Kispert, providing a lot of energy for the Washington Wizards. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court jump.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic out there by Corey Kispert.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5. Tatum's shot is off. Wizards leading by 4. And here is Poole. No scoring in this one. And that one's good. Champagnie.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Holiday looking over the floor. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Champagnie.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Middleton against Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Coulibaly.
An excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding.
Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Middleton outside. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Koulibaly, no good. Celtics trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday against Poole. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Shoots the 3. And another miss by Washington. Celtics have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. They get it back. The kick out to Tatum. They need this one. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Jrue Holiday.
It's hard to defend that any better. Holiday is just terrific at hitting shots while under duress. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Takes the 3. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Holiday dishes to Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Champagne's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Poole. Over Porzingis. Poole no good. Celtics trail by 6. Brown deciding where to go with it. Outside Tatum. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Here's Koulibaly. Buries the long-range jumper. Koulibaly's got 8 points.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Pass to Koulibaly. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Middleton the pass to Sarr. To the wing on the left. Fires the 3. Shot by Champagne, no good. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 7.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Pass to Champagne. Porzingis with the steal.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
A long defender with great timing. Porzingis knows how to disrupt an offense's flow.
Here's Koulibaly. This one for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. He's got 11. And Tatum launches it from deep. And he got that one up in time, but it doesn't go in. And so it's Washington holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So it's the Celtics now. 8-point game. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Koulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr. And it's Champagne in at the 4 slot. Washington shooting for the game at 42%. Pass to Poole. Six on the shot clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the 3s.
Inside, and stolen by Tatum. Out to White. The tray. Washington with the rebound. Middleton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Poole with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And here comes one, leading the fast break. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Poole against Holiday. Pass to Coulibaly. It's Poole with the drive. Good on the shot. And the Wizards lead by 7.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
Corey Kispert's checked in for Washington. And so Tatum nails them both. Wizards leading by 5. Poole on the wing. Guarded by Holiday. On the wing, Coulibaly. Middleton outside. Just 5 on the clock. Saw the pass to Poole. For 3, Kispert. Rebound, Boston. Fast break, here we go. From the arc. And White, the bucket on the assist by Tatum.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Down low, defended by Middleton.
Middleton, first personal foul, second team foul.
Outside, White. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Coulibaly. Off target from 3-point range. Celtics trail by 5. And White slams it in.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
It's stolen. And Middleton kicks to Poole. Here's Kispert. Middleton the pass to Sarr. Now here's Kispert. Defense is right there. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 6. And he makes good on the layup.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
A fearless shot there by Holiday. With the whole team counting on him, he is able to come through.
On the wing, Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Porzingis. To tie it up. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Poole against Holiday. Poole kicks to Kispert. The Wizards with another miss.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The kick out to Tatum. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. It's in!
The guy you want taking this shot. Tatum gets fired up and delivers.
Pass to Kispert. Middleton, a screen on Porzingis. And here's Kispert from the arc. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. All right, right, DA. Thanks.
And so off the tip, it's Miami. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the power forward position. Now here's Hero. Pass to Highsmith. 6 to shoot. Hero outside. Here's Highsmith. For 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about the quick jump and 7-foot wingspan of Wiggins? Just major advantage on the offensive glass.
Outside Coulibaly. Three-pointer off the mark. The Heat have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Middleton outside. Gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot, Middleton deposits another J.
Hero for 3. Rebounded by Champagnie. Washington has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Coulibaly drives in. Oh, they pick off the pass. Adebayo with it. Picked up by Coulibaly. And finished off by Adebayo.
And look how explosive Bam can be. Defenses can't do anything to stop him on the alley-oop.
Middleton passes to Poole. Here's the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Hero for 3. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
For like 95% of guys, that is a bad shot, but not Hero. He's got endless range.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. It's Adebayo, high post. Over Middleton. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Hero.
With a man in his shirt, Adebayo stays focused and delivers.
Here's Poole. Poole can't get that one to fall.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Washington shooting their first free throw this game. Free throw good. Poole. Wizards trail by 7. To the left wing. Lets it go from deep. Sends it home from three-point land.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Adebayo from long range. Hits the three-pointer. Adebayo's got 7 points.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Coulibaly. The rebound by Ware.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Pass to Hero. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Wizards. Champagnie's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Coulibaly. Sarr. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And again, no good by Miami. Wizards trail by 5. Middleton from the outside. Tipped away. Here's Sarr. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, I love seeing Sarr get a little more physical there inside.
Pulls it from the top of the key. Pass to Adebayo. Puts up a 3. Hits the trifecta. 10 points for him.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Heat leading by 6. Hero outside. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Here's Sarr, hounded by Adebayo. Launches a 3. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the close of the... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Heat.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
They've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Alec Burks. Kevin Love out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at power forward. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Now here's Kispert. The 3. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. And it's Washington with the ball. They trail by 6. Takes the 3. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Kispert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Releases. Burks finds Jaquez. Off target with the 3. Wizards trail by 3. And here's Kispert from the arc. And again, Washington with a triple. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
The Heat have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Here's Jaquez, and there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pass to Carrington. Kispert on the wing. The 3 ball. Miami grabs the miss. Outside Jaquez. Here's Jovic. Miami, no good that time either. The Wizards have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Now here's Kispert. 6 points for him. Oh, got that one up quick. And it's a 5-point Wizard lead. Miami has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. For 3, Robinson nails it from beyond the arc.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
From outside the arc. And Kispert gets a 3. Kispert's got 11 points.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Now here's Robinson from the arc. Smart grabs the miss.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
But we're in the era of the 3-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
Here's Carrington. Here's Kispert. Love grabs the miss. Love's got 4 rebounds now. There's a screen by Love. Nails it from 3. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that kind of assist will make you very popular with your teammates. Kevin Love is adept as a big man at putting it on time and on target.
Kispert outside. Holmes, a screen on Jaquez. And here's Kispert from the arc. No, 4 for 9 from the floor now. Heat trail by 3. Leaps for it. Jaquez with it. He's picked up by Kispert. Burks passes to Robinson. Back to Burks. Outside Robinson. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Offensive rebound. Jaquez. Pass to Jovic. Jaquez with it. From deep. Jovic shot is off. Now here's Kispert. The D's right on him. Picked by Holmes. Inside. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Boy, no quitting Kevin Love there, right? I mean, this guy keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Oh, my goodness. Smart with a tough finish.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Love against Holmes. Crafty move, and it's finished off inside by Love.
Well, I think it's always solid execution to get Kevin Love a look on the interior. This guy can score in so many different ways in that space.
Three-pointer Kispert. Rebound Miami. Love's got his 6th rebound on the night. Robinson for 3. Buries it from 3. Robinson's got 9.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Kispert with the ball. Over Jaquez. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's all tied in Miami. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at Corey Kispert. What a contribution.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. We've got George, also Rashawn Holmes out there, Marcus Smart out there with Kispert, and it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Hero. Adebayo from long range. Rebound by Middleton. And the Wizards on the break. Koulibaly on the wing, hounded by Wiggins. Takes a 3. And it's Koulibaly missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Poole, the pass to Sarr. Kicks it out to Middleton. Here's Champagny. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. He's got 6.
You know, if his shot isn't available, Middleton is moving the ball, and he's a pretty skilled passer.
And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then, they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
Adebayo sets a screen. Ware tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Washington leading by 7. This one for 3. Up again. Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can energize your team.
Out left to the wing. Here's Highsmith. And again, no good by Miami. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Outside Koulibaly. The 3 is up. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Can they get it? And And there's Hero on the assist from Adebayo. Hero's got 8.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
And that one's good. Coulibaly. And the Wizards lead by 9.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Adebayo. Soft touch off the glass.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Down low. Outside Coulibaly. And there's the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. The 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 9. Hero outside. Launches it. Drains the triple. He's got 11.
They're just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Poole. 3-pointer. Oh, using that sweet stroke. Poole connects from deep.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Adebayo. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
Assertive jumper by Adebayo. I mean, he wanted it, so he took it.
Middleton against Wiggins. Middleton, no good. The Heat have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Pass to Hero. 23 seconds left to play in the third. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Now Middleton. He's got 6. There's the drive. Now Poole. Uses the glass on the layup. Poole's got 6.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. It's the... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Alec Burks is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Jovic in at the 4-man position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now here's Kispert. Pass to Carrington, back to Kispert. Fires from deep. Rebound Miami. And here's Robinson. They grab their own miss. Jaquez, the pass to Love. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown.
Yeah, stretching the floor is no problem for Love. He's got impressive accuracy.
3-pointer Kispert. Love grabs the miss. Love's got rebound number 7 tonight. Burks with it, and it's Holmes picking him up. Love passes to Jaquez. And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Robinson for 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
That's exactly the kind of...
Team foul. Jovic. Second personal foul. First team foul.
3-pointer Kispert. And again, Washington, no good.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
To take the lead, Love. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, isn't Kevin crafty with the pump fake, knows how to work his way to the free throw line.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Smart for three. And Smart nails the triple.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Burks for three. That shot off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Love grabs the miss. Love's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Burks finds Love from downtown. Fires in the triple.
Well, you know Kevin Love is ready in catch-and-shoot situations. Beautifully done.
Smart passes to Kispert. Here's Carrington. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Burks for three. Offensive rebound. Robinson for three. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Now here's Robinson to the middle. Stolen by Holmes. That's tipped. Robinson with a steal. 4-3. The Heat rebound. Pass to Jovic. Here's Jaquez. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Shot's good by Carrington.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Ahead, here's Holmes. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It goes on Duncan Robinson.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
A line change here for Miami.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the N1.
Poole against Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Adebayo sets a screen. Wiggins down low. Middleton covering. Clock at 4. On the attack, Hero.
He saw the lane and he drew the whistle. Hero banging through.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Sars checked in for Holmes. And again, Washington, no good. Well, Miami shooting only 42%. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo from behind the arc. Sar pulls it in. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. Miami making a switch here. Robinson's checked in, so he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. So it's Miami now. And here's Wiggins. Middleton covering. Hero for 3. Rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for Washington. The kick out to Poole. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, rejected by Wiggins.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
There's the 3. Oh, my! What a shot! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied! Putting on the Jets, Jordan Poole. Yes!
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Hero for 3. Oh, did he? He did! He got it to fall!
He did, BA. So nuts.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm the menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for air.
Thanks for joining us. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the center. Now here's Adebayo. Pass to Hero. Shot clock at 6. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Tatum with it. He's guarded by Adebayo. Takes a 3. Knocks it loose. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Miami no good on that time either. It's White on the wing. Back to Holiday. Three-pointer. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Boston with the ball, following the 3 by Miami that went in. Porzingis finds White. Holiday looking for an opening. The kick out to Brown. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And that one's good. Wiggins. And it's all knotted up.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
Tatum drives in. The shot's good.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Wiggins, a screen on Porzingis. From past the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
Here's White. Porzingis kicks to White. Jacks up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact a game. And Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor, and Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And here's Porzingis. After Tyler Hero hitting the 3. The kick out to Brown. And a miss there on the triple. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. Wiggins drives in. And a wide open look for Hero. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Over in the corner, White. Pass to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Here's Heisman. Wiggins in the post. Brown's there. Clock at 6. Here's Wiggins. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside.
White setting the pick for Tatum. From deep. White, good. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Ware's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Heat.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
It's all tied in Miami. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
On the court for the Celtics, Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Horford finds Craig with the drive and finished off by Craig.
An elite distributor for a pick man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Fires from the wing, and Horford pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Launches it. A shot by Pritchard, no good. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Jovic. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Craig. The three-pointer, no good. Miami trailing. Pass to Shireman. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's great. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Here's Hauser. Boston again missing. Miami's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pass to Jovic. Outside for Robinson. Offline with his 3. Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Hauser. Nailed from three-point land. Hauser's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. Burks looking around. Pass to Love. Fires for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for Boston?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Pritchard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Hawkins. For Boston, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team, up around 81%.
Jaquez the pass to Love, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Boston has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Shireman. Still yet to score. Misses the layup. 1:16 left in the first half. Robinson against Horford. From past the arc. Connects from three-point range. Robinson's got 6 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Going inside. Shireman. It's hauled in by the Heat. To the paint.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Pritchard. Up and in on the layup. Pritchard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Robinson passes to Jovic. Robinson on the wing. He has 6. 5 on the clock. Works for 3. No good on the shot. Pass to Hauser, and stolen by Love. Shoots the 3, and that one is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. They've got Wiggins. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. The Heat with the lead. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. White against Hero. Three-pointer. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Hero from long range. A rebound by the Celtics. White looking around. Fires from deep. Boston, no good that time either. And was on 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Adebayo, that's a two-pointer. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Adebayo's got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat.
Exceptional shooter across the floor. Adebayo has a huge presence with the ball.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Shot clock at 2. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Boston, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Here's Ware, guarded by Porzingis. Ware passes to Wiggins. And it's Adebayo in the corner. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And here comes White, leading the fast break, and Brown throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
Here's Highsmith. He's covered by Brown. Highsmith the pass to Wiggins. And here's Adebayo. Fires the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Adebayo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Tatum's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
With the fadeaway. Rebound by the Celtics. 1:57 left to play in the third. Outside Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. It's up a three. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Hero, that's a two-pointer. Highsmith the pass to Wiggins. Now here's Adebayo. The Heat need to get a shot off. Hero, that's a two-pointer. And Boston with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. The three from Tatum. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Wiggins kicks to Adebayo. Hero against White. Fires the three. Hero, no good. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Cans it from downtown.
Nice read from the big guy. Love his teammates appreciate that selfless attitude.
Here's White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Robinson for 3. Poke loose. Boston trailing. On the wing, Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got 8.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Robinson finds Love. Here's Jaquez. Robinson for 3. Robinson missing again. Now here's Porzingis. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
Yeah, that's great decision making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Jovic. Outside for Robinson. 6 to shoot. Burks in the corner. And the 3 off target. Boston leading by 4. White goes in, and White with the stuff.
And even when Tatum isn't the shooter, he's dangerous. He can set others up to finish the job.
Jaquez with the screen on Porzingis, and Love gets it to go.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Tatum kicks to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Pass to Robinson, beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's White missing. Poked away. Robinson finds Burks. Outside Tatum. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And it's a 7-point Boston lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. Holiday with it. 5 to shoot. Count it.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Tatum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about Tatum there, using his muscle, easily absorbing the contact and still able to knock down the shot.
And that one falls for Tatum. The Heat trail by 10. There's Hero with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbounds. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
Brown the pass to Holiday. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Miami's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. It's good.
And that was the right call. But when you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And Holiday throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. The kick out to Brown. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. And Holiday has it in the corner. Brown outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Here's Highsmith. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a 3 with one of their own.
Back to Brown. Outside, Porzingis puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Heat. One-on-one fast break. Here's Ware. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Tatum draws the double. Left side, Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Brown doesn't mind getting roughed up on the way up. In fact, he embraces it.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Now the Heat with it.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
The 3 from Tatum. No good on that one. There's Hero with the 3. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
Go.